What if we were all living in a divergent timeline, one where Valve made the iconic sci-fi FPS Halo? An interesting premise and a question that I would have never thought to ask, but one that Halo GoldSource is attempting to answer. This right here is a multiplayer mod that brings Halo into Half-Life. The original Half-Life engine. The result is something truly bizarre and also kind of awesome at the same time. Halo GoldSource, as the name implies, is a recreation of Halo built in the GoldSource engine, which Valve developed back in 1996 for the original Half-Life game. It was one of the most heavily used engines for mods outside of the Doom engine, spawning several commercial hits like Counter-Strike, Day of Defeat, Team Fortress, and even Natural Selection. Even today, it remains a popular choice for modders seeking a more retro experience. And Halo GoldSource has been in beta for the past year and recently reached its 1.0 release. It's developed by the Phoenix Project Software, a small group with multiple Half-Life projects in development. And while the 1.0 launch isn't a massive update to what they've been previously working on, it does mean that the mod is now fully available to the public, along with an SDK players can use to tweak the experience. And booting this up for the first time really felt like I was being transported into an alternate timeline in the late 90s to early 2000s. This mod may have just came out, but it truly feels like something from the past in kind of an awesome way. The mod's textures and models look like they're ripped straight from Halo. The technical difference between Halo's engine and GoldSource results in a more simplified, shrunken down appearance. Half-Life was absolutely revolutionary for its time, but the progress in engine tech at that period in time was so incredible that just a few years between games could mean a massive difference in visual quality. And while the GoldSource engine had incredible physics, good AI, fun narrative design tools, it also faced some technical constraints that made creating realistic natural environments quite challenging. And to their credit, Valve's artists did an amazing job crafting vibrant deserts and alien landscapes using the engine, but today's standards, they look pretty artificial and much more geometric. You can quite literally see how the world is built. Comparing this to the more smooth terrain and environments of the original Halo, and you can really see the technical leap that Halo 1 achieved. Seeing one of the most iconic Halo maps ever made, Blood Gulch, recreated in GoldSource feels like stepping into that alternate reality. You could almost call it more of a demake than a remake. Instead of an HD remaster with ray trace lighting, Halo GoldSource makes you squint, like something feels off with the Blood Gulch that you remember. The map is smaller, the geometry more angular, and there's no vehicles. The actual layout differs too, with side areas significantly shrunken. But despite this, Halo GoldSource still manages to capture that Halo feel. Iconic weapons like the Sniper, Magnum, Needler, and the Assault Rifle are all recreated. There's even Halo's iconic Energy Sword. They've also recreated the shield and health system with the franchise's iconic sound design as well. But I can't really sit here and somehow pretend that this is Halo, maybe with just a few things here or there that are different. And that's probably because I've spent so much time in the original Half-Life engine playing different games and mods. In many ways, this feels more like playing Half-Life with a Halo skin than the other way around. Halo's smoother, more gradual movement is replaced by Half-Life's fast-paced arena shooter insanity. Hitting a strafing player is nearly impossible, especially when their character model is a skeleton. Weapon and health values also seem a bit off from the original game. For example, a sniper headshot barely dents shields. Plenty of work and balance that could be done here to make things feel a little bit more accurate to the original. However, despite these weird differences, there is something just cool about mixing two of my favorite nostalgias together. In addition to Blood Gulch, they've remade Battle Creek, Boarding Action, Derelict, Prisoner, and many of the other iconic maps, each recreated with technical expertise that showcase what the GoldSource engine can actually do. The lighting in indoor maps is especially well done, with pools of natural light and convincing soft glows from fixtures. At first, you might not recognize the maps as Halo classics, but once you start playing, the muscle memory starts to kick in and the navigation once again becomes second nature. Now that said, the whole experience can absolutely go off the rails where it starts to become some sort of chat GPT hallucination of a Halo Half-Life mix-up. Fighting the classic Half-Life enemies like the head crabs while you're playing the Master Chief is one of the most bizarre mashup experiences that I think I've had in a video game. It's somehow completely new and freakishly similar all at the same time. And I've even played mods that add some Halo stuff to Half-Life before, but this takes things to a whole new level. Now, unfortunately, there are some incredibly important features missing from a full transplant of Halo into Half-Life. There's no iconic killstreak announcements from Jeff Steitzer's voice. There's no vehicles, which are of course a big part of Halo multiplayer, and it's all built with the classic Half-Life controls, so there's no quick weapon swapping, grenade juggling, or melee combos. And those are probably the mod's biggest drawback. And a lot of that I'm sure is due to technical limitations, but they do try and preserve as much as possible. While the movement is faster than Halo's, it does have that nice low gravity Halo feel. But not being able to chain a grenade, a rifle burst, and melee to break somebody's shields prevents it from being that Halo experience that it sort of needs to be to make that multiplayer really click. Basically, it looks and feels like Halo right up until you get into a firefight, and then it becomes its own weird Frankenstein. Now, another drawback, and I'm not gonna lie, playing this, there was basically no servers available. You gotta organize something with friends, find a Discord group of people who want to try it out together. You're not just gonna hop on and find a nice fully loaded Blood Gulch capture the flag map to start up and have some fun with. And after giving the whole experience a good run through, I gotta say this is one of the most bizarre mods that I've played in a long time. The polish and commitment to this concept makes Halo GoldSource feel genuinely what Halo might have been like if Valve had made it back in the late 90s. It is actually fun, it's technically a new experience, and it's free, so definitely worth checking out if you want some weird, bizarre remake of things that you loved back in the day. And once you do find some people to play with, actually joining their games and getting servers set up was actually a breeze. So it's nice that the actual experience of the mod, once you get it up and running, is quite pleasant. And while I could sit here and sort of nitpick aspects of this mod that prevent it from feeling like an authentic Halo experience, I don't entirely think that was the point of it. I think it was sort of just to see what Halo might have felt like if it was made in the Half-Life engine. And it's a cool, but also very different experience. Clearly, we all love Halo, we all love Half-Life. If we conceive of these things being merged together, this is sort of what it's like, and it's cool. It really does feel like the only way to try and visualize this alternate timeline. Halo notoriously had a pretty long and bumpy development process in which it switched all kinds of goals with the project that just about overlapped a lot of the Half-Life development stuff. So it's not that crazy far-fetched to think, what if Bungie had made Halo on this engine? I mean, I'm glad they made it on the Halo engine because it does look a lot better, but it's just kind of a fun experiment, and I think these modders have really done something special here. Just something worth checking out, something worth talking about. Anyway, if you're interested in checking out the mod further, I'll put a link down below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop me a like, subscribe for more content like it. And up next, check out this insane recreation of New York City in Minecraft. Absolutely insane what you can do with this now very old game engine. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is Level Cap, signing off.